Hit it.
If you are ready for some football, I have to let that L go a long time. You're going to want to hear this conversation because we are less than 1 week away from the regular season opener. So it's crunch time to line up your fantasy draft. My next guest runs a growth equity firm, but he correlates his investment strategy to the way people approach fantasy football. Or maybe it's the other way around. We'll figure it out. Roger Hurwitz with me now. So, Roger, I know you're a managing partner at Volition Capital, so you have a real job. This is just something that you do on the side to have fun, right?
Yes, I do. So Volition Capital is a Boston-based growth equity firm. We're focused all on software, internet, technology-enabled services. We really target companies that have 5 to 20 million in revenue, growing quickly, that tend to be founder-owned with very large aspirations for success to be a category leader.
Okay, now I know tons of people in newsrooms, without naming names, who are obsessed with their fantasy teams. How do you pick the right one?
So at the highest level, back to our business, it really comes down to a few things. It's what team do you want, market are you going after, and what product you want to go to market with. And when I say that, when I think about the right team, what is your strategy for picking a team, and who do you want to go after, and what's kind of the priorities, the needs, and the must-haves. And then you really have to assess your competitive positioning within that market to decide, do you want to go really far on quarterbacks, or do you really want to go make a big stretch on a big running back? Very much like you do in investment.
I was just going to say, so essentially you're dealing with strategy, and whether it's in a fantasy football team or whether it's in a business, you're talking about where you want certain assets to be, where you want to spend your resources.
Absolutely.
All right, so give us some picks here, Roger. I'm going to try to go enter a betting pool, when I get out, and maybe win some money.
So I would say there's really a few different ways you think about it, very similar to our industry. You could have nice, safe bets that are proven good bets, and like I would think about, people say Peyton Manning is that today. You could think about just bets that have absolutely high growth and are also predictable, and folks like that would
All right, you only gave me one name here. I heard Peyton Manning. Come on, I'm looking for more.
Calvin Johnson would fit that bill. Drew Brees would fit that bill. I try to find more under the radar type companies. So when I think about,
that's because of the growth equity background. Okay, so let's hear
where
it.
they have all the upside, but they maybe not have proven it yet. So what do I think about? I think about a Ben Tate who's getting his first shot at running a football, being the lead running back on a team this year. I'm thinking about Percy Harvin, a wide receiver who has been injured all last year but has absolute breakout potential. You may not pay top dollar for those, but you can actually end up in the top as far as where they rank at the end of the year.
So let me ask you this. As a businessman, is it important for you, and all the wives and girlfriends are listening now, is it important for you to play fantasy football because it keeps your strategic mind sharp? Go ahead. That was an easy. You can say yes, but I actually am curious.
We do love it. I mean, we do it around the office. I do love it. It drives my wife crazy.
Yeah. Well.
But it does. It's like anything, it depends how much time you want to put into it. Some people will say, I can't do fantasy football, it takes so much time. Like anything, it can or it can't, and it all depends how much time you want to put into it.
All right, well, at the very least, it's fun.
40 million people in North America are probably going to play fantasy football this year. It's staggering, up from like 25 million 2 years ago.
All right, well, thanks for coming in. Thanks for the picks. I see my whole crew is writing down some of the names. So Roger Hurwitz joining us there from Volition Capital. We have a quick break to take. We're back in just 2 minutes with more on Risk and Reward.